Hi, my name is Kendra, or Quiet Thunder 78, and today I'm going to talk about some reasons that women may have hair loss. The first reason is the H word, hormones. And yes, hormones can do a whole lot of damage to our body and our health and our emotions and everything, but it can also cause hair loss. Different things like pregnancy. Some women experience their hair to grow during pregnancy, but then they notice a couple months after they give birth that their hair starts to fall out. And that's actually what happened to me. During pregnancy, my hair was very healthy and strong and long, and then a couple of months after I gave birth, I noticed that my hair started to fall out. So that's one reason. Another reason is menopause. So some of the things that are going on with your hormones during menopause, that could cause your hair to fall out. And also with that comes along age. And as we get older, you may notice that your hair starts to grow a little bit slower than what it used to. And also another thing with hormones that may cause you to have hair loss would be thyroids. If you have problems with your thyroids, you may notice that that causes hair loss too. And another thing could just be plain heredity. Some people, they notice in their families, even with females, you can have pattern baldness. So you may notice that maybe your hair is thinner on the sides. Like I have that problem sometimes. I have these thin spots, and it doesn't matter what I do, I just have that, and it runs in the family. Or it may be a different spot, maybe in the back of your head, your hair grows slower back there. Okay, the next thing that may cause hair loss is chemicals. And one thing that can be damaging to your hair is a relaxer. And I know that a lot of people think that a relaxer doesn't damage your hair, but actually it does. And the worst way to damage your hair is to have somebody put a relaxer on that doesn't know what they're doing. And I've also had that happen to me before. I had real healthy hair, and then someone put a super relaxer on my head instead of a regular, and I noticed almost immediately my hair just started coming out in clumps. So at that point, there was really nothing I could do. I just cut all my hair off and started over again. Also, it could be the type of relaxer. Some relaxers, your hair, it just depends on your hair type. Some people can use one type of relaxer, and some people like another type of relaxer. And then also the way that the person is applying the relaxer. If they apply it around your edges first, you may notice that your edges are real thin and your hair starts coming out around there. And that's because if they apply it around your edges first, that's on your hair the longest. So usually if they divide your hair into sections from like this and start somewhere in the middle or wherever your hair takes the longest to relax, or in the back even, that may stop some of that hair loss around your edges. Also, hair dye. If you dye your hair something dramatic, like if you have dark brown hair or black hair and you dye your hair orange or like a strawberry blonde, you may notice that you have hair loss because your hair is not meant to be that color. But if you want to safely dye your hair, definitely go to a professional to have that done. And also another thing you could do is using a hair color that's about 2 to 3 shades lighter than your hair. But if you go anything further than 2 or 3 shades, you may experience some hair loss with the hair dyes. And also another cause for hair loss could be the style, the way you style your hair. If you get braids, sometimes the braids are too tight and you may experience hair loss. I've seen a lot of people with hair loss around the edges with braids, micro braids, because if you get micro braids, more than likely what you're going to do is pull your hair back or pull your hair into the ponytail, and that's causing extra stress on your hair when you pull that hair back, and your hair may come out. Also the same thing with the sew-in. The thing about the sew-ins, it can help your hair grow, but whatever type sew-in you get, you have to remember that you have to keep that hair healthy that's under that sew-in. So you can't just keep getting sew-ins and expect that your hair is going to grow. You have to condition them. When you take those sew-ins out, make sure that you deep condition your hair before you put another sew-in in there. Okay, the next reason for hair loss could be dry scalp. If you have very dry scalp or dandruff, well then your hair is subject to fallout. And the best thing for that would be to keep your scalp moisturized. Some products that you don't want to use on your hair, that may actually stop the growth because it's going to smother the cuticle and prevent your hair from growing, are products that have a lot of mineral oil or petroleum in them, or even sulfates. And what the mineral oil and petroleum do, they actually smother your hair, your scalp, and prevent your hair from growing. And I know a lot of us grew up with using the hair grease, like I think it's called Blue Magic or whatever, big old jar of what is it, green or blue hair grease, that it can actually stop your hair from growing. And then the next thing would be medical conditions. There's certain medical conditions like alopecia. I know I'm not going to say it right. It's trichomania or something like that. But what that is whenever you actually are pulling your hair out, literally pulling your hair out, and you can't stop it. It's like a nervous condition. And if you have these type of conditions, and even something like stress can cause your hair to come out, you have to go see a doctor, because only a doctor can treat those type of conditions properly. Okay, and then the very last thing that can cause hair loss would be medications. And certain medications like diabetes and antidepressants can cause your hair to grow out. And I realized that because I was taking some antidepressants, and along with hair loss, it was also causing me to have acne. And I never really had acne before, but I did some research and I saw that a lot of antidepressants, they do cause your hair to grow out because it does something with your hormones. So definitely, if you're taking a medication prescribed by a doctor, before you quit that medication, you have to check with your doctor, because some medications, sometimes they may be able to prescribe something that's a little less harsh, or prescribe you something different, or maybe a herbal remedy for something like antidepressants. But then there's certain antidepressants that if you're taking them, you have to gradually come off of them, because if you just stop taking them cold turkey, you could have a seizure. So definitely you want to check with your doctor before you stop any type of medication that's prescribed to you. Okay, so now you've had hair loss, so what can you do to help grow your hair back? The first thing is take care of your body. And the best thing you can do is do your exercises about 3 or 4 times a week, 20 minutes, and elevated heart rate. And also watch what you're taking in your body. If you're taking in a lot of junk food and fast food, well then that's going to have an effect on the rest of your body. So you want to make sure that you're taking in lots of vegetables and fruits, and definitely water. Water, 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 and more water. That's the best thing you can do for your hair and your skin. The next thing you could do is try taking some vitamins. You could take a multivitamin. Here's one type that I'm taking right now. It's called One Source Complete, and I just probably can't see it that good, but I just picked this up from Walmart, and just take those, and that should help. And also biotin helps with your hair growth as well. The next thing you can do is, whenever you're washing your hair, make sure you get a shampoo and conditioner that works for you. When you shampoo your hair, you want to make sure that you're using warm water to shampoo your hair, and then when you condition it, well, use the warm water because that's going to open up your hair follicles, and then use cold water when you rinse out the conditioner, because that's going to seal back in the moisture in your hair. And also, when you condition, always do deep conditioners at least once a week. And what I do is, whatever conditioner I'm using, it doesn't really matter what conditioner, but I just keep that on my head for at least 30 minutes. And usually I'll do it for an hour or maybe even 2 hours. I'll just keep that conditioner on my hair and put a plastic bag on my hair. Something else that can help, if you have dry hair, you want to moisturize your hair, but you don't want a heavy, thick oil, you can just use some regular olive oil, and that's 100% olive oil, extra virgin. And you just take a little bit and massage your scalp, and I put that on my hair every day, and it keeps it moisturized. Another thing that's good for hair is coconut oil. That's a very good conditioner for your hair. And you can find this at any type of health store. I think I may have got this from GNC, but any health store will have it. And it comes, depending on where you live or the temperature, it's going to be kind of creamy. It almost looks like a relaxer. But the more you work with it, it's going to turn into a liquid. It's going to be like a oil type base. And you just put that on your hair along with your conditioner. Make sure you get it all the way to the ends. and keep that on your hair for about 30 minutes and rinse it out. And also another thing that's good, and this is especially good if you have dry scalp, and I noticed it helped my dry scalp pretty much immediately, and that's aloe vera gel. And again, I got this from GNC, but you can get it basically any health food store. You can use the aloe vera gel or the aloe vera juice. And aloe vera, it has natural healing properties, so your scalp is basically it is your skin. So if you're putting this, it's going to naturally heal your scalp. And like I said, I've not had any type of dry scalp like I used to experience since I've been using this. And I only use it maybe once a week when I wash my hair and condition it. I'll put it on there, then I'll rinse it out with the conditioner, and that's just really worked miracles for me. So if you're experiencing hair loss, just kind of look at your life and see what you've been doing. Maybe it's you need more exercise and live a healthier life and take in more healthy foods, or maybe it's the medication you're taking, or maybe you have stress, or whatever you think could be causing your hair loss. But definitely check with a doctor if you have any medical conditions or if you're taking medicine, and just try to see what you can figure out that may be causing your hair loss. So good luck. Bye-bye.